The night was heavy with silence, the kind that comes after tragedy. Little Chinedu, only 8 years old, sat in the corner of his late father's mud brick house, clutching a small wooden toy his mother had once carved for him. Just hours earlier, he had stood among mourners, whispers of death, poverty, and questions of what would become of the boy. Both his parents had been buried on the same day, struck down by a sickness that money could not cure. When the mourners left, the house became emptier than ever, and within weeks, his father's brothers began fighting over the little land his parents left behind. Chinedu was no longer seen as family, but as a burden. One rainy evening, his uncle's wife shoved a bundle of clothes into his hands. "Go and fend for yourself," she said coldly. "We can't carry dead weight here." The door slammed shut, and the rain became his only companion. The streets were merciless. Chinedu slept under broken stalls, begged for scraps at bus parks, and fought older boys for leftover bread. Every morning, he watched other children in clean uniforms walk to school with laughter in their voices and wondered what it felt like to belong. Nights were the hardest. His body shivered in the cold, his stomach ached from hunger, and his heart burned with loneliness. Yet one thing kept him alive, his father's words echoing in his mind. Broken bones can heal, but a broken spirit is the end of a man. Chinedu refused to let his spirit die. If you are watching, do well to subscribe to our channel. One day, while sweeping outside a mechanic workshop just for food, the owner, Master Kalu, noticed the boy's persistence. "You dey strong, small boy," the man said, handing him bread. "You want learn work?" It was the first time someone saw more than a beggar in him. Chinedu threw himself into apprenticeship. He carried tools, scrubbed floors, fetched water, and slowly began to understand engines, bolts, and wheels. His hands were always greasy, his back always aching, but his spirit grew stronger. Years passed. He became not just a mechanic, but an innovator. At night, he fixed radios. On weekends, he repaired bicycles. Every naira he earned, he saved. At 18, Chinedu started his own small workshop. By 25, he had built a thriving auto repair company, employing dozens of young men who, like him, had once been abandoned. His name spread far and wide. The boy who built an empire from the street. But success did not harden his heart. Instead, it made him compassionate. He funded school, supported orphans, and reminded children that poverty is not the end of their story. One day, word reached him. His uncle, the same man who had cast him out, was now frail and weak, living in the same crumbling house. Chinedu returned, not as the helpless boy they had abandoned, but as a man clothed in dignity. His convoy of cars stopped at the dusty compound. Neighbors gathered, whispering in disbelief. His uncle, trembling, lowered his eyes. "My son, forgive me. I didn't know life would favor you this way." Chinedu knelt down, tears in his eyes. "I carry broken bones," he said softly, "but I refuse to carry a broken heart. I forgive you. I only came back to rebuild this home, for it is still mine." The house was rebuilt, the village school was restored, and the same children who once mocked him now looked up to him as a symbol of resilience. Chinedu had walked through fire and returned carrying light. The story of the boy with broken bones became a song across villages, an anthem of hope for every African child struggling without guidance. Because in the end, broken bones may ache, but with courage, they can build a future strong enough to carry generations. This story carries several powerful moral lessons. One, hardship is not the end of destiny. Even though Chinedu lost his parents, home, and support, he refused to let his spirit die. Poverty or rejection doesn't define the future. 2. A broken spirit is worse than broken bones. His father's words, broken bones can heal, but a broken spirit is the end of a man. Remind us that courage, hope, and inner strength are more important than external circumstances. 3. Resilience and hard work bring transformation. From sweeping floors to becoming an employer of many, Chinedu's journey shows that determination, persistence, and learning can change a person's story. 4. Forgiveness heals deeper wounds. Instead of seeking revenge on the uncle who abandoned him, Chinedu forgave and rebuilt the same home that rejected him. True strength lies in forgiveness. 5. Success should uplift others. He used his wealth to help orphans, rebuild schools, and inspire children. The story teaches that true success is measured by the lives we impact. 6. Hope is a seed that grows. No matter how dark life looks, one small chance, like Master Kalu giving him bread, an apprenticeship, can ignite a future of greatness. Thank you very much for listening.